Hello everyone, welcome to EDUHUNT video lecture series. We have been discussing about the reproductive system in human beings. Not only in human beings, it is somewhat related to maximum mammals. We have finished male reproductive structures and now we are moving to gametogenesis, that is production of gametes. What are gametes? Gametes are nothing but sex cells which participate in fertilization and results in the formation of a zygote which develop into a young one or an individual. So the sex cells that participate in fertilization are haploid in nature. The male organism releases sperm. Those are the male gametes. And the female gamete, it produces ovum, which is also a haploid one. Female gamete is ovum. Let's see the male gamete. Which is haploid, called sperm. Sperm. If you see the structure of sperm, it's look like this. A tadpole with a long tail. It looks like that. You can see the picture. You can see a head and has a middle piece and a tail. It's such a simple structure. It has a triangular head or rhomboidal somewhat head, and there is a middle piece which ends up with a narrow tapered tail. The head, the tip of the head is known as the acrosome, and the head bears the nucleus which enters the ovum and fuses with the nucleus of the ovum, that is the female gamete. And middle portion which has mitochondria. Mitochondria are the structures or the cell organelles which are responsible for energy production, energy storage. Mitochondria of the middle piece provides energy to the sperm. Its motility, sperm, energy it provides, and the motility is facilitated by the tail, which has covered by a plasma membrane. Let's see the structure in detail. The spermatozoon or the sperm has three basic parts: head, middle piece, and a tail. Head is triangular and which is covered by a cap known as acrosomic cap. Acrosomic cap and anterior nuclear cap and Gallia capitis. It is also called Gallia capitis. Anterior nuclear cap is known as Gallia capitis. That is, acrosome is there. The head encloses the nucleus. The nuclear part of the sperm is known as Gallia capitis or the nuclear cap or anterior nuclear cap, and the tip is known as the acrosome or acrosomic cap, which is covered by the acrosomal part is covered by a cap-like structure known as acrosomic cap. Acrosome is a cap-like structure filled with enzymes responsible for some lytic enzymes called the sperm lysins that help in fertilization, that are responsible for breakdown of the, it may be helpful for breakage of the oval, the wall of the ovum, and helps in fertilization. And in the lysozyme or the lytic enzymes, lysis means breakdown. Breakdown, and these enzymes present in the acrosome part of the sperm, they facilitate the fertilization, that they facilitate the fusion of this nucleus, male nucleus, with the ovum nucleus. In the anterior part of the middle piece, there is a neck present, the junction between the acrosome and the junction, the joint that connects the acrosome with the middle piece is known as the neck. This is the actual sperm which has acrosome cap. It is acrosome cap. Overall, it is called as head. It is triangular, more or less, and it encloses a functional nucleus. Head, the part behind the head is called the neck, and there is a middle piece behind the neck. Neck continues into a middle piece. Middle piece has mitochondria. They provide energy to the sperm, and the middle piece ends up with a tapered end called the tail. And the neck is narrow, and it passes through the middle piece and extends into a narrow tail. At the point where the middle piece joins the tail, the part of the axial filament which lies in the middle piece is surrounded by spiral sheath, which is made up of mitochondria. It is also known as Neberkun sheath. Neberkun sheath, which is spiral in shape. Yes, this is the Neberkun sheath, spiral in shape. You can see the picture clearly. Yes, you can see this. Yeah, these are the spiral structures. Yeah. These are the spiral structures called the Neberkun sheath. Yes. Which holds mitochondria. Which is present in the middle piece. Yes. Anyway, you can see the picture clearly. Yes. And the spiral sheath is made up of mitochondria. The spiral sheath is known as Neberkun sheath, which produces the energy required for the movement of the tail, necessary for the movement of the tail. And it helps in fertilization because of the movement of the tail, that is the sperm only, because the ovum cannot move. Only the sperm will reach the ovum. So, the sperm is provided with some amount of energy that is provided by the mitochondria. Mitochondria always, they produce energy. The axial filament that passes through the middle piece and most of the tail is actually composed of several fibrils. Next is middle piece or middle part, and also called energy chamber. Energy chamber lo emuntayi? Spirally arranged mitochondrial sheath untundi, and finally the entire sperm is enclosed in a plasma membrane. మొత్తం స్పర్మ్ చుట్టూ కూడా ఒక పల్చటి మెంబ్రేన్ ఉంటుంది, థిన్ మెంబ్రేన్ కాల్డ్ ద ప్లాస్మా మెంబ్రేన్. థిన్ లేయర్ ఆఫ్ సైటోప్లాజం is also found in the middle piece, which is known as the manchet. Some amount of అందుకే ఇది సెల్ అయింది. If it has only nucleus, then we call it as a nucleus. Nucleus, the head holds the nucleus. The cytoplasm is present in the middle part. It is rings. There is a ring centriole whose function is not known. Actually, they help in centrioles are the structures that we found in division, but its function here is unknown. Function of the centriole in the ring centriole in the sperm is not known clearly. Finally, the tail. Tail is the longest part of the sperm, and it moves with the help of only the sperm is moved. It moves with the help of the tail. And distal centriole acts as a basal body and produce axonema. Yeah, this is the structure. This is acrosome cap, nucleus present in the head, that is acrosome. In the acrosome, neck is the next to the acrosome, and behind that there is a portion known as middle piece, and which has mitochondria and spiral sheath called the Neberkan sheath, which ends up with a narrow tail, and the whole what we call the sperm, the male gamete, is enclosed by a thin plasma membrane. This is the structure of sperm.